Long-time director, Mr. David Silverman. Next up, executive producer Matt Selman. And showrunner and executive producer, the irrepressible Al Jean. And of course, your old pal, executive producer and creator of The Simpsons, Mr. Matt Groening.
And it is my honor to present to you in her San Diego Comic-Con debut, the voice of Kearney, Nelson Muntz, Todd Flanders, Database, Ralph Wiggum, and Bart Simpson. Ladies and gentlemen, Nancy Cartwright.
That's how she always dresses.
Peekaboo.
All right, well, let's get started. What fun and exciting surprises do we have coming up for The Simpsons this season?
Well, I just wanted to give a little hint of what we're going to see. The premiere, we have all of the girls from Girls. We have Kelsey Grammer in the Halloween episode doing something...
Wait a minute, all the girls from Girls. Lena Dunham and the rest.
The professor, Marianne. In the Halloween show, Kelsey Grammer plays Sideshow Bob, and he kills Bart. Call out the death of a 10-year-old boy. We have Saturday Night Live's hilarious Kate McKinnon. The great writer and actor, Stephen Merchant. Michael York. And hardest of all to get, Spider-Pig. I should mention, Spider-Pig appears in an episode directed by Rob Oliver, written by Stuart Burns, that is half a Maggie Short in Disney style, but I don't want to get sued, so it's no particular style.
And I'd like to talk about, what do I have to talk? Oh, I know, Bongo Comics. We have... Where's that cover? Oh, no, the cover. Oh, here.
This one.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know how in Archie comics, they have, you know, the secondary to the Reggie had the comic, and Betty and Veronica, and in DC, there's, in addition to Superman, there's Superboy, there's Jimmy Olsen comics. Well, The Simpsons now proudly present Jimbo Jones #1.
You thought it would never happen.
You didn't ask for it, forget it.
I just paid $5,000 for it downstairs. I mentioned one other thing. We've had a tradition lately of having guest animators do couch gags, and this Halloween we're going to have Ren and Stimpy's John Cristalucci do a couch gag. And we have one more panelist to introduce, and we're going to introduce him by showing the couch gag that he did for our show a few years back. You are very well familiar with him from Hellboy, Pan's Labyrinth, Pacific Rim, and The Strain. Here's what he did for The Simpsons. Here's a clip.
Nice.
Do we have the clip?
Clip first. Oh. Perfectly timed. Take the man.
Comedic.
Many lonely nights as a kid. Incredibly lonely. So, you know what it was? It was a discussion. We talked about honoring horror. Originally, we said, should we do something about the movies I made? And I really wanted to actually honor the great love for horror that we all have. And it became a clearance, a nightmare, I suppose. But I asked, is there any limits? And they said, no. So I just went apeshit.
If I could mention, we had a meeting at Guillermo's house, which was, I went with Matt. It was so incredible. Everything you saw in that, he has like life size in the house. And I thought if I was ever a burglar and I broke in, I would die of fright.
The AT&T guy refused to install my phone the first time. He left.
So Mike Anderson, how was it to supervise the animation on that thing?
It was the most fun I've ever had. No, it was. I love monsters, and I love Guillermo's films, and this was just a fantastic experience. And I love all the monsters, so the references were close to my heart, and it was a blast.
My memory is that at every step in the process, there were more references added. The storyboards, had most of the ideas, but then at Animatic it got more and more and more. And even when it was animated, we started adding stuff.
Yeah.
We added the Simpsons skeletons of the Tracy Ullman ones under the ground, and it turned into the Treehouse segment last year, where you saw them actually come to life as ghosts and kill the Simpsons.
I love the monsters. They're so obscure.
But that was great. Whose idea was that? Was that yours? Are you a Futurama fan?
Yeah.
The Toad.
Yeah. Well, the idea is the girl from Pan's Labyrinth faces a giant toad, and I'm a massive hypnotoad geek. I identify with his body shape and love life.
Mike, I'm afraid I stepped on your comment. What were you saying?
Oh, it's just there were so many obscure monsters in there that if you pick it apart, you'll find stuff that one little film that nobody else would know about but monster geeks. So we're all very proud of it.
Well, there was one point where we couldn't get legally the clearance to use Universal monsters. However, one of our animators and ADs, Jenny Mullen, says, "Oh, I have a friend that works at Universal Clearance. Let me call her up." Call her up and said, "Oh, sure, I will get that through. No problem."
As long as she could come to the party.
It was my idea to put in 2 references to Pan's Labyrinth.
And there's
It's a movie I really loved. It was so great.
a lot of references that people have still not caught. And one of the obscure ones is a reference to one of my favorite films as a kid, which was a movie with James Brolin called The Car. And I like it so much that I own the car. I had it handmade in Mexico. It took us 3 years and a lot of headache, but now I drive to Menchie's on Sunday on the car.
I understand there's some FXX news. Is that true? Did you guys want to?
We just wanted to say that Simpsons World is working really well, and I know it's been an issue with people before. You can now get all the original 4x3 episodes in 4x3, or in HD format if you want, your choice, which I know is a big issue. And we're almost finished recording commentaries for FX now for season 18.
Which are fascinating.
Should we take questions from the audience?
Does anyone hear Nancy do Ralph just once?
I'm Idaho. Kind of doesn't matter what Ralph says, because they put him in there and he's just a walking non sequitur, you know? There's the leprechaun. He tells me to burn things. When I grow up, I want to be a principal or a caterpillar. I love Ralph.
Well, it's not often that we have a voice artist on the panel, so when you're formulating your questions, if you've got anything for Nancy, please feel free to come up to the mic. I think, do we have people lining up yet? Yes, we do. It looks like Leela. Leela from Futurama is here.
Lila.
Hi, my name's Crystal, and I'm here with Leela.
Yeah, the mic's not working, so hold on a second. Let them figure that out.
Hello.
There we go.
Hi, I am Crystal. I'm here today as Leela and Stitch. My question is for Matt, and this is very special for me because this show is very dear to the heart of for me and my son. We watch it together, and we laugh and we cry on all of the episodes that we laugh and cry at. Sorry, nervous. All right, so it's very important that I get the right answer for this. When is Marge Simpson's birthday? Because it could be my birthday.
Wow. I was expecting a Futurama question, and I completely blanked out. I don't really...
What is your birthday?
When is your birthday?
That's it!
Okay, my birthday is March 19th.
What a coincidence!
And wait. On one of the episodes, Lisa has a calendar, and it has a heart around March 19th, and it says Mom's birthday.
Well, there you go.
But then I've also looked it up, and they said, no, it's in October sometime. So.
Yeah, well, Bart Simpson is 10 years old and has turned 10 years old about 28 times. So it's a mysterious universe.
From now on, it's March 19th. Consider it that.
Yes, consider it.
Hey, Leela, We've got a prize. We've got prizes for great
Oh
questions.
yeah, wait, for this one, for
come on up to
the
the
way you're
front.
dressed.
Oh my God.
To be excited.
A Bender ski cap.
Next question.
We were asked not to throw the prizes into the audience. Sorry. Yes, next.
Hi, that was just my mom.
I think I know who's going to be wearing the Bender hat.
Geez, we're gonna get the whole family.
I guess this one's for Matt. We both watch Futurama a lot too, and we wanted to know if you'd be up for more Futurama Simpsons crossovers.
Well, I'll have to talk to myself about that. It's possible. It's possible. What's amazing about Futurama? Here's a political answer. You know, the fans of Futurama are still watching the show on Netflix, and so happy. You know how everything gets rebooted? Futurama will get rebooted someday. We'll see.
Oh, it's Duffman, or is that?
Hi, my name's Katie, and I guess this question is for Matt. I think Lady Duff has a lot of potential. She seems like a really deep character, and I'd like to know if we'd be seeing her in any future episodes.
Well, I see a live-action spin-off in the works.
Yeah.
We do have a Duffman episode coming up, right?
There.
What?
When Homer became Duffman, which was really funny. And then Duffman will be back.
Listen, we've done so many episodes, I can't remember what we've done and what's coming up.
All right, well, that's sweet. Thank you, guys.
Oh, wait, a prize.
And while he looked, you know, after the title sequence, we talked about me directing Treehouse of Horrors, and they have done so many episodes that I said, well, I'm going to come up with a really twisted, disgusting, and perverse idea. And no matter what I pitch, they've done it. They have done it already.
That's our motto. Disgusting and perverted. Next, please.
All right, hello guys. My name is Joel, and I love The Simpsons, and I love The Simpsons Tapped Out also available on iOS and Android. Anyways, question is for Matt and Al. I love the future episodes, and I was just wondering if there's ever going to be like childhood versions of like you, Parkfield, and any of the other future characters in the present, system.
Well, it's a good idea for Tapped Out. I bet that'll happen. And I should mention, we are doing an episode, Barthood, where you see Bart as a 6-year-old and older, and then, where he winds up, obviously stolen shamelessly from Boyhood. But it's a great episode, and it's airing this Christmas.
Thank you.
I have to say that was like one of the hardest episodes I think that I have ever voiced on The Simpsons. There's a few of them that are really challenging. When Bart spoke French, remember way back, like way long ago, he had that thing with the gendarme. He got kidnapped and he was the French exchange student, had to get out of there. That was kind of challenging. And this one was tough because you were very generous with me and said, don't worry about it, I'll be fine. A couple boys, but he was 2 years old. 6.
It's like, do 13-year-old now, do 14-year-old.
Yeah, it's like 14 years old in how many months? Let me see if I can do that. But that was tough, so if it was like 2-year-old Bart saying, eat my shorts, he'd sound like this. Eat my shorts. But if he was a 15-year-old Bart saying the same thing, he'd sound like this. Eat my shorts. Or a 22-year-old Bart, eat my shorts. Or a 40-year-old Bart, eat my shorts. Now he sounds like Nelson. See, it's challenging. So play that back for me again. How did I sound? It's fun.
I also wanted to mention about the French episode, Ugoland and Caesar will reappear this season.
Everyone's favorite, Ugoland and Caesar. That's when Bart went to France and That's all I remember. No, he stopped grapes, right? And they were abusive to him.
They stole his lucky red cap.
That's right. And that was based on
All Frenchmen.
yeah. Next,
Yes,
please.
sir.
Hey everybody. My question's for Matt. I'm a big fan of the show, of the reoccurring and guest characters that you bring in. And one I had a question about was Uncle Herbert, if you have any plans to bring him back into the rotation anytime soon.
Uncle Herb.
Oh, Danny DeVito. We would love Danny DeVito to come back. We just haven't written a story for him yet. Yes, that would be great. That'd be great. Did we do a Danny? I don't know if we did a Danny DeVito. No, because he didn't play himself. We have many of our guest stars who played themselves in the show have allowed us to make Simpsons-style figurines of themselves. So I'm going to reach behind me and grab a random one as your prize. Here we go. Weird Al Yankovic. Yes, next, please.
Hello. Okay. My name's Curtis, and I guess this is for Matt. How come
We're all here. You're all here.
Yeah, but they say pick one.
He doesn't know anything. Well, this is Comic-Con, but you can answer a question to the girl.
Okay, go ahead,
My
please.
question
Please,
is for
come on,
Toro.
give the guy a chance. He wants to ask me. Well, maybe he said Matt. Maybe he means Matt Selman.
No one means that.
I just want to know why you guys don't bring the entire cast with you every year to the panels.
We have the best one already.
That's Nelson Mandela Hunt, by the way. And I forgot to mention to the lady earlier, you forgot to say the incredibly hot Mrs. Simpson.
And for you, Leonard Nimoy.
Hi, my name is Brittany. This is for Matt.
I understand. No, I don't need it.
Do you know how awkward it's going to be in the green room afterwards when we discuss how it went?
They told them to do it.
Okay, go ahead, please.
I wanted to ask about the Family Guy Simpsons crossover. I thoroughly enjoyed both shows, and I know that there's been a lot of Family Guy steals from Simpsons, so I wanted to get your opinion about
Since when?
about that creative process, how that went to merge these shows together that are sort of similar but different comedy, and if you had any problems working with Seth MacFarlane.
No, it was really fun to be able to, to be able to do this. We love everyone in the Fox family. No, it was great. It was a Family Guy episode, and my part in it was just looking at the script and going, "Yep, sounds good." Nancy, why don't you talk about how was it to work on another show?
How to work on another show?
The Family Guy spin-off. Crossover.
Well, for me, when I worked on it, we gather together and we do a table reading of it, and that is always the most ridiculously fun aspect on my participation on the show is the table read. And for the writers, for the guys up here, the writers and producers, and actually everybody up here that come, because sometimes, David Silverman and Mike will come too to get an idea of how to draw. They'll actually watch us while we're doing the voices at the table reading, to get some ideas to be inspired by that. But the table reading is so much fun, so for that one, it was kind of crazy because it's our show, but they're guests on our show, but they're stars too, and it was actually really fun meeting and playing with them. Yeah, I had a good time.
I just want to add too, I went over to Family Guy Studio, which is not too far, and I went over, and there are a lot of ex-Simpson animators working on it. In fact, their supervising director, Peter Shin, was a former Simpson animator. So we just went over it because they wanted to get the style of animating the Simpsons exactly right, so there was a clear contrast to the way Family Guy characters are animated and the way Simpsons are animated. So yeah, it was a completely collaborative experience. And remember, we're like rooting for each other. We're like, what's one ship of animation? Hooray for all shows being successful. So that's the bottom line.
Yeah, and we have a lot of friends in the audience over there, and they're always on Seth to be a really nice guy. And they submitted that episode for an Emmy, and the title goes on the Emmy. So if they win, their Emmy will say The Simpsons.
Oh, your prize.
Yeah, come on up. Are they in our category?
My favorite, Lucy Lawless.
I got to collect all of those.
Next, please.
Hi, my name is Brian. Growing up a little bit younger or older than Bart Simpson, so I want to say thank you for everything that the show's given me. I've now become Homer and have a child. But great life lessons. My question's for Al and Matt. Hank Scorpio, I think, is one of the single greatest one-episode characters.
Directed by this guy right here.
Excellent. Thank you so much for Hank Scorpio. Someone asked last year, but I would love to see if he resurfaces ever again. And I swear before that clip came out, I was like, if Trump can run for president, why not Scorpio? So wonderful to see him again.
I think that's probably the most asked for character that we've had, and I won't know, I can't say he'll be back. I'm sure Albert will be back on the show, and he's always really funny. We just had him, and a lot of the very best stuff he said, just he improv right out, right on the spot. He's just the funniest.
So no. Never.
Oh, Brian.
Finger pride.
Maybe.
It's some kind of towel. Wait, you get a second prize. Some kind of duck beer thing. It's a...
All right. It's a bag.
It's a... It's a bag in a bag.
Guillermo, can we have you every year?
I'm a hand model with dimples.
I'll save the first bag.
I have no knuckles. I don't know why.
Yes,
Yes, go ahead. Hello, everyone. My two younger sisters and I have the same age difference as Bart, Lisa, and Maggie. And my question is for Mr. Groening. In the early years, you had episodes with sweet, heartwarming messages. How difficult was it to blend your style of humor with the family drama and sweetness?
Wait, I'm not quite sure I understand. I'm the sweet one. So... I'm not sure I quite understand. It's always been a shared experience. Everyone who works on the show adds something to it. It's a huge collaborative effort, and people bring their life experiences to the show. James L. Brooks at the very beginning said we need to go for real emotion. We got to make people forget they're watching a cartoon, and I think that's with that ambition. I think it's one of the reasons why the show hit as well as it did and has continued to this day. As far as the other stuff, there are actually stuff pitched on the show that I'm like, oh, can we do that? Can we? Very early on, we had an episode with the Daredevil. What's the guy's Daredevil's name?
Lance Murdoch.
Lance Murdoch. And he falls into a tank, or a lion swimming in a tank of water or something. And I said, like, lions can't do that. And it was a huge laugh. So I've loosened up. I don't know if that explains what you asked, but...
Also, people, don't always do what you think. Like, Jim will pitch a crazy joke, and Matt will pitch something really sweet. Everybody does it all. I mean, it's everybody's going for the same goal.
Yeah, Jim Brooks recently pitched a joke about a talking rack of pork ribs, which is not what you would think based on Mary Tyler Moore in terms of endearment.
Or conversely, I would say Futurama had a lot of really sweet moments. I know people always talk about how much they cried at Jurassic Park, So I can't even say it. It's heartbreaking.
May I take a moment in the name of all the fat men in the world to thank you for making Homer good in bed. Very important. I agree.
For you, and you have to share these, is a box of crusty clump bars with peanuts. It's not ha-ha funny, it's yum-yum good. Share them with your fellow.
Yes, next question.
Yes, I'm Allie, and we're happy to say that Nancy Cartwright here is really good looking out here, and I'm really happy to have her come by tonight. And I do have a question that's also good for her. From the 26th season, from from one episode. Does that give a message across of a life lesson in bullying?
You know, we touch on so many subjects on The Simpsons. We do, as you all know. So there's lots of controversy and lots of topical subjects. And yeah, there is an episode that we do that's coming up that touches on bullying.
And we, sort of had it's funny, a lot of things that we did in the show, like when they started bullies, I grew up with bullies, I was bullied all the time, seemed like kind of a joke, and now it's become kind of a PC thing. I just hope we don't lose the ability to make fun of stuff entirely, because everything becomes PC. That's my view.
Oh, prize.
Yes, please come up and claim your wonderful prize.
And that's a nice donut you have there.
A half Homer Simpson bust. Next.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Kate. I travelled over from Australia for Comic-Con.
Good choice.
Which way does the water flow down there?
When I was about 12, the Simpsons Go to Australia episode came out, and on the radio before the show, they actually had an announcement saying that they would make the addresses of the producers available for anyone who wanted to complain.
Can you give us those addresses?
I was wondering what the most controversial episode has been.
Well, I was going to say, unlike Australia, Brazil does not have a good sense of humor. They were going to sue us. But so then we did the episode where we predicted they'd lose the World Cup, and look what happened.
That's how powerful this show is.
Who controls every Oscar night? Except when we're nominated.
A Marge Simpson wig. Yes, next.
Hello, my name is Julie, and I grew up with The Simpsons, and to have them all available, like all the old episodes, to show my girls, it's really special. So I just want to say thank you for that. But also, after so many years and having all these people come and guest on the show, is there anybody that you really want on the show, but it just never worked out?
Guillermo del Toro.
I want to play Bumblebee Man's brother. Write that down. Every time I have lunch with this man, I bitch him. Solo. I would say, ay, no me gusta. ¿Sí? Por favor, señor Matt. Sí me gusta. See, he doesn't answer. Say, by God, you will have it, my son.
Oh, however, there is the Bumblebee Man taco truck at Universal. There you go. Brand new Springfield.
I can apply for that.
For you, the Mark Hamill Simpsons figurine.
Yes, next question.
Hi, my name is Deb, but you can call me Mark Glass.
Yeah.
My question is, of all the catchy and memorable songs on the show, and this is for all of you, which one is your absolute favorite?
Let's start down on the end and you can just travel this way.
I love every chip I see, from chimpanzee to chimpanzee.
Who controls the British pound? Who keeps the metric system down? We do. My favorite.
I don't want to sing. I love the Who Needs a Quickie Mark. Nancy, you sing.
Oh gosh, I have so many favorite ones. I really love the whole take up on Mary Poppins, Mary Poppins and Sherry Bobbins, and Bart and Lisa sang,
Wish to be a sitter,
if you want to really do the whole
Do
thing.
it.
If you want to be our sitter, please be sweet and never bitter. Help us with math and book reports. Might I add, eat my shorts.
I also have to say that when Michael Jackson was a guest on our show, that was amazing. The rehearsal was like, oh my God, I can't believe that we're here with Michael Jackson. But he ended up hiring a sound-alike. There was some contractual or some kind of something that he couldn't actually sing. So Kip Lennon was the artist that he hired to do the singing. So when the 300-pound insane white guy and Bart sang Happy Birthday to Lisa, that was Kip Lennon and me. And Happy Birthday, Lisa. That was a sweet, memorable moment in history. That was really fantastic. But Do the Bartman, even though Do the Bartman wasn't on the show, I love that song. That's all.
All right, that's a great. Buy me a beer, $2 a glass. Come on, help me. I'm freezing my ass. Gotta get a question.
Copy really quick. The Simpsons. By the way, I sang on that with Danny Elfman. We recorded the theme, and the singers went home, and we did the playback, and it sounded like they were singing The Simpson. And so we had Danny Elfman and I went to the recording booth, and we went zzz.
Mine is Señor Burns as el Diablo with Tito Puente.